Don't have any news.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Average Film Enjoyers podcast, your favorite podcast. We are here. I am back again as the new co-host. Happy to be here.
Woo.
We're gonna do. It's a pretty light week for movie news, except for Jacob Elordi's bathwater is now being sold as a candle scent. Big news.
Yes. Go cop your Jacob and
Yeah.
Lodi bathwater.
Yes. So we're gonna do most anticipated of 2024. I put together a little list. We're just gonna chat about it for a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super fun because 2024 looks very stacked.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope.
we were talking before this. I think it looks super stacked for just like nothing that's like going to be like revolutionary, but it's going to be like just fun movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies in 2024 that I'm still not confident are even going to come out. Like Mickey 17 is supposed to come out in 3 months. We don't have a trailer. We have that one picture of Robert Pattinson, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's my most anticipated movie of the year.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
let's just start there.
Let's get right into it. Yeah.
Most anticipated. Like, what are you most excited for?
That is by and far, like with clearance, my most anticipated of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Evan, what about you?
Okay, so my most anticipated is a movie that technically came out in 2023, but it's not out yet, and it's not playing anywhere near me. The Zone of Interest. I'm dying to see it. I'm dying to see it. Other than that, it's Dune. Like, it has to be Dune. Dune, Nosferatu. And Nosferatu is like right there at number one. I love Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
We should talk about this. The Eggers Astor Peel ranking at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for Nosferatu.
Yeah.
And I love Willem Dafoe, so a Willem Dafoe movie, good enough for me. I'll throw in two. Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman. Richard Linklater.
Is that's the new Linklater one, right?
Yeah, Oscar in the Real Talk said it's amazing.
Yeah,
a bunch of people in the Real Talk Discord have seen it and they loved it.
And I'll also say Aggro Drift. I mean, weird pick, but
is that the new Harmony Korine one?
Yeah, I mean, I love Korine, so that's super exciting for me. The new Animal. Oh,
sorry. Yeah, I just remember what this was.
The new Animal Farm movie. That story again, but with Seth Rogen. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Maxine.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to.
I wanted to touch on Maxine. How do you guys rate Pearl and X?
I have them both at 4.5. I love them.
I haven't seen Pearl yet, but I just watched X for the first time, and I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I think I have Pearl and X both at a 4-star. I like Pearl a little bit more, but I love X's just classic 80s
X
slasher.
One of my favorite reviews. This guy wrote the pornification of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I was like, that cannot be more accurate. But yeah, it's a fun time, fun slasher.
What about you, Trey? What's your most anticipated?
I mean, I have a few. As we've talked about before, I mean, I'm a real sucker for dumb fun action movies. So the Fall Guy.
Dude, it looks so good.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. That looks like a blast. I don't think I've talked about this while you're on the pod, Evan. But I've talked about this a lot with Jagger. My guilty pleasure is the newer MonsterVerse movies. So like Kong Skull Island, Godzilla 2014, even though I know you hate it.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus all that stuff.
Right.
I love those. I think they're so fun. And this year we're getting Godzilla and Kong, the new Empire. So looking forward to seeing that in IMAX.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex Garland coming out with Civil War.
Yeah, I wanted to shout out Civil War.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I haven't seen Men.
I'm a Men defender.
Yeah. I mean, I probably will be because for me, Alex Garland has yet to miss, and I love Jesse Buckley.
Yeah. No, Jesse Buckley's amazing in it, and then I can't remember the one guy's name, but he plays like pretty much every man in the entire movie. He's really, really good. It has amazing cinematography. Like the vibes are really creepy. It has a super weird ending that a lot of people don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, so I'm really excited for Civil War.
Yeah, and
That
judging
trailer
off-
was sweet.
Yeah, Annihilation and Ex Machina are both just amazing. So definitely looking forward to that.
I don't know
Right.
if you guys have. Sorry, I just on Civil
go
War
ahead,
really
go
quick. If you guys have played the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign, but it
Yes.
looks like Civil War. Like the trailer gave me vibes of that so much.
Yeah.
I could see it. Yeah. Some quick shout outs. The bike riders finally got
Yes.
bought. So
Finally
that's
got a
coming out.
fucking can't wait.
Megalopolis. Ford Coppola.
Yes. Can't believe it's finally coming out.
Joker
Yeah.
2.
No.
What?
Oh, you don't like Joker?
I didn't like it. It's a remake. It's a ripoff of King of Comedy.
Yeah.
That's
It
all
is.
it is.
But
And
I-
it's still good.
Joaquin Phoenix, the only shining light of that movie for me is Joaquin Phoenix's performance. Like he's amazing. He is so good. But it's not original. It's
very
what
derivative.
if Martin
It's very-
Scorsese wrote and made a Joker movie? That's
because
really what it is.
he took King of Comedy and Taxi Driver and just meshed them together.
Exactly.
I always hear people say that it's Taxi Driver, but it's way more like King of Comedy vibes
Like
to me.
even if you just read the synopsis of King of Comedy, you're like, oh yeah, this just sounds like Joker.
Yeah, but
I'm
like,
excited
I
for
don't
it.
know.
I think the musical aspect is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And Lady
Yeah.
Gaga is just a fucking beast, so that should be
Agreed.
cool.
I will also shout out The Home, which has a release date
Yes.
of 2024. So
This
that's
is
very exciting.
Evan, that's the movie that Jagger is in.
Oh, really?
yeah.
He plays young Pete Davidson.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah,
That's
cool.
Jagger's an actor, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's directed by James DeMonico, the guy who directed a few of the Purge movies.
that's
He
cool.
also, oh yeah, he wrote on a bunch of. Oh yeah,
He wrote Jack, the Robin Williams Ford Coppola one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited
looking
to see
forward
that.
to that.
Deadpool 3.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm just
hopefully.
excited for that because of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Literally no other reason. I'm just going to go, I'm going to watch Wolverine, and I'm going to be like, all right, cool, I feel fulfilled. I'm going to give this 3 stars.
Yeah.
I'll also just shout out Love Lies Bleeding and Craven the Hunter.
I was gonna shut out Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah.
Are you actually excited for Craven, Jagger? Or are you...
I don't know. Something about an R-rated Marvel movie just sounds fun to me.
It's gonna be like the most tame R rating ever.
Yeah, but I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I'll watch it.
Judging from the trailer, it looks pretty shit.
Yeah. If you're shouting Craven, you gotta give Madame Web a shout too.
Oh,
God, dude. If I... Whew, that has like Bohemian Rhapsody level editing in that
Yeah.
trailer. It is ridiculous how bad it is.
They
The
played
amount-
it before my Poor Thing showing, and I was genuinely pissed off about it.
Yeah.
I've gone to more movies in theaters recently. Every single one of them. Like I can probably recite the Argyle trailer and the Madam Web trailer if you
Oh.
put them on.
That's another one I'm hyped for. Argyle. Matthew
Everyone
Vaughn.
has been
Ma-
ripping on Argyle, and I'm excited for it.
I know
I'm
Matthew
very
Vaughn
excited.
Yeah.
is my guy, dude. The Kingsman movies, excellent. He also directed the best X-Men movie.
Yes.
X-Men. He did First Class, right?
gotta
I
pull it
believe
up.
he did.
Also, I'll shout out Beekeeper. I'm kind of excited about that. It looks so
Yeah.
bad, but it's
I haven't
probably
seen
gonna
the
be a lot
trailer,
of
but I'm gonna
fun.
see it.
It just seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
the trailer for that the other day, and I'm looking forward to it.
I got
Also-
a few shout outs once you're done. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, last one I'm gonna shout out. Problemista, Tilda Swinton. I saw that trailer a while ago. It's like a few months ago. They played it at AMC in front of one movie. And it
Yeah.
looks like really interesting. So I don't know. Okay, you can go now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one big one we have not touched on, Furiosa.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I am very skeptical about this movie. I love Mad Max Fury Road. I think it's an amazing top 5 action movie of all time, but I don't know.
And we talked about this on the pod when the trailer dropped. Me and Jagger both haven't seen anything in the Mad Max universe, but judging off of this trailer, I definitely want to dive into it before this comes out because I
Wait,
do
neither
think
of
this
you
looks
have seen
super cool.
Fury Road?
No, blind
What
spot.
the fuck? Wow.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Watch it today. So good. Yeah, I don't know. I think the trailer was cool. Chris Hemsworth looks awesome in it, you know. I love when he's
Yeah.
doing stuff outside of Marvel.
Yeah.
It looks fun, but we'll see.
We're getting a sequel to
Talk to me.
Gladiator.
Oh yes, we are.
That
Yes, please. The first one has not aged super well, so I'm looking forward to a modern sequel that will hopefully be better.
Yeah.
And also, just two more I want to shout out real quick. Drive Away Dolls, the new
that was on my
Coen
list to
movie.
shout out.
I'm always gonna find a chance to shout out the Coen brothers. I love them. My favorite directors. And then what was the last one? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm very, very excited too.
I'm praying. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm still hoping it's good.
Yeah, well, it's apparently like takes place like after Caesar has died.
Yeah, it's like 300 years after the original trilogy.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to, like a brand new trilogy. I mean, the director doesn't have a great track record with all three of the Maze Runner films.
Oh.
But I'm still holding out hope that it's gonna be good.
We got A Quiet Place Day 1 coming out, which
Yeah.
it's not Krasinski, I don't think. Or maybe it is.
Well, did he direct the last one?
I thought.
Quiet Place
Oh, yeah, he did. He did the first two, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's Michael Cernowski who directed Pig with Nick Cage.
Ooh, that's
Which was-
interesting.
Really good.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Krasinski did the first two. Oh, well, that's a little more reassuring. We're getting a new Alien movie.
Yes.
I'm pretty indifferent to any of these sequels. I love the first Alien. I don't like Aliens. I think it's not great.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take, I know, but I want the suspense and I want the tight isolation of Alien.
Okay.
And Aliens is cheesy, and the first 2/3 of it are just the Space Marines cracking jokes and making fun of Ripley, and I think it's really boring and annoying.
All right. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a hot take. I'm not a big fan. I have two movies I want to shout out as ones that I'm not excited for at all, and
Yeah.
I
go
want to
ahead.
see if you guys have thoughts. The first one, the Mean Girls musical.
I don't care.
I know that there's a Mean Girls Broadway production. Keep
Yeah.
it the fuck out of theaters. This
So
trailer
is this-
so
is thi-
bad.
Is
Yeah.
this the one that's coming out like this month or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my thing with that. When you feel the need to go remake a movie that is already so great, you shouldn't remake it. The first Mean Girls is so funny
It's
and
perfect.
so good. Why are you? It's the same thing with The Color Purple and how they just remade
Yeah.
that. The
'Cause
original
Tina
Color
Fey
Purple
stole
is
money.
amazing. Why are you remaking it? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, it's really, really weird, and I think the trailer is terrible. I'm just annoyed. I love Mean Girls. I used to be before I had a girlfriend, I was like, "Yeah, Mean Girls is a girls' movie. I don't want to watch it."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Let's watch Mean Girls," and I was like, "This is one of my favorite movies I've ever seen." So if you haven't watched Mean Girls, go watch it because it's fucking hilarious.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's just amazing. It's so funny. The other one is Night Swim, which comes out this month as well. I don't know
my
if you've
God.
seen the trailer for this movie. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
It just looks like garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen
here's
this
the
trailer,
thing.
Trey?
Here's the thing, okay? I'm gonna be honest here. I am excited for this.
I was-
Only because it looks really shitty. James Wan is producing, and it's by
Oh.
Blumhouse.
I did not even know James Wan was producing, but that just tacks
Okay.
on to.
So,
Blumhouse-
and I love seeing shitty horror movies
Yeah.
in the theater.
I
That
like
is why
shitty
I'm
horror
excited.
movies too, but I hate boring horror movies. And Blumhouse has been pumping out boring shit. So Blumhouse
Speaking
can,
of which,
just fucking
Look at Imaginary. It's like if you told
yeah,
an AI
bro.
to write
God.
Blumhouse plot, it will give you Imaginary.
I'm so tired of Blumhouse.
I haven't seen
Imaginary. They dropped this teaser trailer, and it was like, you need to close your eyes to watch the teaser trailer, and you need to imagine what the movie's going to be about. Like this weird gimmick.
That's
Fucking
so
stupid.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I did watch. Wait, Blumhouse helped produce Whiplash? Oh,
Yeah,
they've
they
helped
did.
produce some Peak.
Oh, weird. There's a scene in the Night Sim trailer. I'm sitting in the theater with my brother watching Godzilla -1, and I hadn't seen the Night Swim trailer yet. And this girl is playing Marco Polo with a fucking ghost, and the ghost goes Polo. We were laughing so hard, and everyone
Oh,
turned
yeah.
around and started
We're-
looking at us. That was so fucking funny, dude. Oh
And
my
the
God.
best part about that ad is it comes up if you don't have Spotify Premium like me. It comes up. The trailer, like a
Really?
teaser, comes up. So I'll be listening to
That's
I'll be
crazy.
listening to like Led Zeppelin, and a song will end, and I'll just hear Marco,
Polo.
and I'm like, Jesus Christ! It's
That's
just,
amazing.
oh my God, it's
Yeah.
so dumb. But I love Blumhouse stuff. I love shitty jump scare horror movies. So I'm slightly looking forward to that.
You know what I'm
cautious.
really excited about? I'm really excited about the Toxic Avenger remake.
Wow, your opinion has changed on that, Jagger. Last time we talked about it, you said this is unintentional and doesn't need to be made.
Yeah, but then I was reading reviews about it, and they said that it feels like Trauma, so maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
And I am a strong Trauma defender. They have never made a good movie, and it is so great for that reason. So I will see it, and I will hopefully enjoy it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be good.
The last one I forgot to shout out before I'm done with my list is Challengers with Zendaya,
Ooh.
the tennis movie.
Yeah, the one where they made all those edits. They edited it together like
Yeah.
clips of Tom Holland. And then they edited it like, look at this video of Tom Holland watching this trailer and getting super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we were all like, we know that's fake.
I'm really excited for this movie. I love Zendaya. I think she's amazing in Euphoria. I love Luca
Yeah.
Guadagnino. I love Call Me By Your Name. I love the Suspiria remake. I love it. It's also
Yeah,
scored
but
by my
Call Me
favorite
By Your
artist
Name
of all time.
Is yucky.
Whoa.
I hate Call Me By Your Name with a burning
this-
passion.
Is this like the same kind of hate towards Lolita? Like that why?
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah.
Okay.
Call Me By Your Name is a modern retelling
Yeah.
of Lolita for gay people.
I've been waiting to watch Call Me By Your Name. I've heard it's really good.
I like it. But it's pretty
Hey,
yucky. Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing: is I can acknowledge that there are great parts. The two leads give great performances. The cinematography is gorgeous. I just can't get behind the idea of a grown man grooming a child. I just can't get behind that.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
you made-
that's fair.
You just made everyone who likes that movie look really bad.
Yeah, and if you like it, more power to you.
Like,
But-
I'm sorry,
and,
but
like,
I
if you
don't
can-
like this.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. If you like it, more power to you. If you can, I'll draw an analogy. So
Okay.
after the first time I watched Her, I received it as like an extremely beautiful love story. Like for me, that is the most beautiful and perfect love story ever told on the big screen. Now, I talked to my mom about it, and my mom interpreted that movie as a metaphor and a warning to how addicted to technology we are as a society, right? So that's two very different ways of interpreting that movie. And so the way I interpret it, Calling Me by Your Name, the way I receive it may not be the same as you, but it's just the way I receive it. It's not, neither is good or bad. It's just the way you receive it. That's why it's art. So like, if you like it, more power to you. It's just not for me. It's not for me.
Fair.
That's fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Last
What do
two,
you-
I want
Oh,
to
no, go on.
shout
Yeah.
out. I want to shout out the Twister remake or the Twister sequel.
Twisters?
No, Twists. Oh yeah, it's called Twisters.
That's good.
I love the OG. It's pretty cheesy and pretty terrible, but it's really fun. And so I'm excited for this. And I also want to shout out. Where is it? Oh shit!
What's that one movie with Jenna Ortega that's coming out?
Oh yeah, with Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna like that one, Trey,
Why?
because it's Martin Freeman's like this professor that's banging Jenna Ortega.
Oh, sick!
Yeah,
Good for him. Jenna Ortega's
Miller's
hot.
Girl.
yeah, that's the one.
Oh, here it is. They Follow. It's a sequel to
Yes.
It Follows.
Sequel to fucking Peak.
Yeah, dude. So excited for that.
Do I have It Follows logged?
I don't think so. Did you finally watch it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
It's so good.
It's so damn
So
good.
It was so good.
It's so good. One of the best horror movies to come out in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, that movie's so excited for that sequel as well. But yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. And I'm sure we'll touch on upcoming movies throughout the year as more are announced. Obviously, this is a very limited list. So we'll keep you guys up to date every week with movie news on trailers that have been dropped, movies that have been announced. But this is pretty much all. Oh, and hopefully we get Beyond the Spider-Verse this year.
Wait, didn't they already say 2025?
They just said it's delayed indefinitely.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's turning into GTA 6. That's ridiculous. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So we'll keep you guys up to date on movie news. All right, before we get to our review,
we have Golden Globes this Sunday too, so we'll have some coverage of that.
Yeah.
Wait, that's this Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh,
Big high. I only found that out like 2 hours ago, so.
I found that out just now.
We won't be doing a full episode like we will be doing the Oscars for the Golden Globes, but we will touch on them for 10 to 15 minutes on Friday during our Kubrick watch through episode, just to go over the big categories on who we think's going to win. So you can beat your family at guessing who's going to win on the ballots. Evan, do you do that with your girlfriend for awards shows? Like me and Jagger with our families will like all print out ballots and circle who we think is going to win. Do you ever do that?
I wish. She doesn't watch all the Oscar movies.
Yeah.
It's only some of them. Like she wants to watch Poor Things. She didn't watch Iron Claw with me. She didn't want to watch Anatomy of a Fall.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Your casual moviegoer isn't really like, ooh, yes, I want to watch a 2.5 hour French film.
But it's
most
weird
of it
because
wasn't in French.
yeah, most of it's in English. It's weird, but like she really loves movies and like, but she's a major needs to be in the mood. Like we binged
Oh.
Charlie Kaufman's filmography, Synecdoche, New York adaptation, being John Malkovich, all of those. She loved all of them.
I thought being John Malkovich.
It's Spike Jonze, but he wrote it.
Oh, Charlie Kaufman. What
Charlie
else
Kaufman just kind of he's and he did I'm Thinking of Ending Things most recently.
Was
Oh,
Charlie
that
Kaufman
movie
the,
is crazy.
Yeah,
Charlie
Holy
Kaufman the
cow.
guy that did Mother's Day?
I don't know. Charlie Kaufman directed my favorite movie of all time, Synecdoche, New York. Fun fact.
Oh
See,
no,
what
that
else?
was Charles Kaufman.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't do those ballots just because she doesn't watch all of them. But like
Yeah.
we watched Saltburn together. She loved it. I showed her
Saltburn's
Uncut
great.
Gems for the first time.
Oh, what'd you think?
She really liked it. We actually bet on it in the Real Talk Casino.
Oh,
She ended
yeah.
up with so we all bet on 5 stars, but she gave it a 4.5, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. That's
Still
still a
take
great
it.
rating.
Yeah.
Julia Fox in that movie, she gives a great
Yeah.
performance. If you know what
Have
I mean.
you seen Alan's letterbox profile? His top 4 is all Uncut Gems because that's like one of his favorite movies, and
Yeah,
2 of the 4 posters are just Julia Fox in lingerie.
yeah, dude. That's the poster I have for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on there, so I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess I'll do this one. Movie question of the day. Oh, go ahead, Evan.
I was just gonna say I used to get really excited for the Golden Globes because they were so much more laid back and comical compared to the Oscars. Like when Ricky Gervais was hosting, amazing.
God, dude, that
It's-
last year that he
yeah,
did was
It's
so
one.
good.
I go back and watch that video of his monologue multiple times, like
Yeah,
maybe a month.
it's
It's
so
hilarious.
It's so funny.
It's so good. So
the quote, and pardon my French, we're definitely gonna get it marked for explicit for this. The line where he's talking about, yeah, we got to see James Corden as a giant pussy this year. Well, and he was in Cats.
yeah,
So that was exciting. It gets me every time.
his line where he goes, he's talking about his show. Shit, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, I watched it. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I watched the first season.
I can't remember. I can't remember either.
But he's talking about his show. Oh, Afterlife, and he goes, season 2's coming out, and just as a spoiler, he didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey
Obvious.
Epstein.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
everyone starts going, "Oh!" And he goes,
Yeah,
"I know
and
he
the
was your
shot-
friend."
the shot of Tom Hanks where he's
Oh,
like,
it's classic.
it's
So
just,
good.
oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
I don't know who's hosting or if they even have a host this year.
Let me see. Host
So-
of the Golden Globes.
I don't know who this guy is.
Joe Coy is
Yeah, oh, he's
hosting.
a comedian. I don't know.
Joe Coy. Have I listened to this guy? He's a comedian. Oh, it's this guy. Don't think he's very funny, but
Regardless, it should be fun.
yeah. But yeah, movie question of the day is, what was the last movie that made you cry?
It's not going to be very far back. I cry in everything.
Jagger, can I try to guess? you?
Yeah, look in my diary and see if you can figure it out.
I think I'll be able to. Because I feel like I know you pretty well. Was it Chungking Express?
No, it was not.
Was it My Dinner with Andre?
No, My Dinner with Andre is just poetic. Didn't get me there though.
Oh, Maestro.
No,
Shit, what was it?
I'm still looking. I'm
The Iron no, you didn't
No.
like the Iron Claw that much.
Oh, it's a lot further back than I thought. What? Is it not on this whole page? I'm so proud of myself. I didn't cry for a whole page of Letterboxd
For
diary.
50 movies. Is it The Holdovers?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, that was back on December 4th. In almost a month, you haven't cried at a movie. Good job.
Let's see if I can hold myself over to the 4th to...
You just gotta watch action movies. Just action.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch Saltburn today. I'm showing that one to a friend.
Nice.
Nice. Evan, what about you? Last movie that made you cry?
Yeah, I was just looking. I used to cry pretty much every single video or every movie I watched, like even TikTok would just make me cry. I can't cry as easy these days.
Yeah.
But the last movie that made me cry was Magnolia, Paul Thomas Anderson's fucking perfect
that
masterpiece.
Just outstanding.
You know what scene too? The Tom Cruise scene near the end. It's just, it's such a fucking brutal scene. It's amazing. It was December 13th, 14th.
Yeah.
You know the last movie that made me cry? The last movie that made me cry was Hotel, the new OJ production. Ooh.
You know what's
is there
crazy?
a new OJ production out?
Yeah, and it's actually like really good.
Yeah, everybody.
In my opinion, it's the first one I've made that's actually good.
The Average Film Enjoyer link tree, and it's in the link tree in our YouTube bio, all that stuff. So go check that out.
Woo.
You know what's really crazy is that 2 days after I watched Magnolia, I watched Grave of the Fireflies for the first time, and it did not make me cry.
Yeah, that's when you said, and then I saw Grave of the Fireflies, and I was like, Grave of the Fireflies didn't make you cry?
Yeah, I think I kind of knew what was coming because I had heard from about 1 billion people that Grave of the Fireflies is like the saddest movie of all time. So I was just like,
yeah.
Ritual almost made me cry. This is from the guy who made Evangelion, the anime, which I have not seen, but
okay,
it's really, really good.
Iron
Claw got me close.
I got close. I teared up at Out of the Furnace, which I'll talk about once we hit what we've been watching recently. Evan, I'm going to be honest with you. I might bump that up to 5 stars.
I really liked it. I don't think I have it logged because I saw it when it came out and I was 13 years old. But
I think it's Woody Harrelson's best performance. I think it's one of Bale's best performances.
It's really good.
It's one of Casey Affleck.
Yeah, he's really good.
But the last movie to make me cry on December 24th. Bridge to Terabithia. Gave that a rewatch for the first time since I was like 8, and I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is kind of cringy. I probably won't cry. And then it's when he's at the funeral, when he's at Leslie's funeral, I was just like sobbing, just so hard for the rest of the movie.
I was talking to my girlfriend about Bridge to Terabithia. And she goes, that's the first time I ever experienced death as a child, and it broke me. And I was like, yeah, I think it was like, that's like
everybody.
Yeah, that movie's
that
crazy.
Movie is so sad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a few years. Ooh. Yeah, no.
It's heavy, man. Josh Hutcherson. That was back when most child acting was actually pretty good. And Josh Hutcherson is so damn good in that movie.
Also, shout out to Zathura.
Oh my god, dude. You just brought back Zathura. That movie is so fun. Oh, I love that movie.
Except, you know the scene at the end with like the black hole?
Yeah.
That scene put me into like a fucking existential crisis when I was a kid because I was like, I'm going to die one day and I'm going to end up in a black hole or something. And it like legit freaked me out so bad. I love Zathura, though. That's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
What about The Never-Ending Story? That horse scene?
That movie is depressing, too.
That movie was really sad.
Yeah.
There's so many kids' movies that are just so brutal.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into our review for the day. And then we will get into what we've been watching recently, which I'm sure we're all itching to do. I already want to give a quick shout out to Out of the Furnace. God, dude, it was so good. Let me say, Woody Harrelson and Out of the Furnace, top 5 most terrifying villains. He was so scary. But let's get into it. Today, it is IMDb number 218, I think. Let me see.
221. Did he
well,
get
no,
moved?
because we go off the list in the Discord.
Because
Because
right.
the one on Letterboxd is constantly being updated and
Right.
moved. So we just go off of the one when we took a picture of it. So it's number 219. Oh, sick. We get to hit the Terminator next week.
I saw.
Oh my god.
Dude, freaking peak action. But yeah, we this week is Jai Bhim, number 219. This film was released in 2019, I believe. Oh no, 2021. I was mistaken. So it's pretty recent. Directed by TJ Gnan Avel. I'm gonna botch so many of these names, and
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Starring Suryaya Lee. Dude, it's starring a lot of people that I don't want to botch their names on this podcast because I respect them too much. It has a 3.7 overall in Letterboxd. Me and Evan both landed at a 3.5 star for it. It's a little synopsis for people. A pregnant woman from a primitive tribal community searches desperately for her husband who is missing from police custody, so as to find her husband and seek justice for them. As their voice, a high court advocate rises in support. Will their battle for justice succeed? Evan, opening thoughts? Let's hear them.
Yeah, this was my second. I don't want to call it Bollywood because I know there's a lot of different branches of Indian cinema.
Yeah.
So it was my second Indian movie I've seen. The first was RRR.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting anything that wild,
Mm-hmm.
but I liked it. I thought it was too long, but also it was pretty fun at times. Indian, yeah.
Pretty,
let me rephrase that.
At other times.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. So one thing I love about Indian movies is the music.
Yes.
The songs are really really catchy. They're super they're just really well done. One other thing I love about songs in these Indian movies is that the lyrics describe the exact thing that's happening on screen.
Yeah.
Like to a T, and it always kind of makes me laugh.
Yeah,
the performance is really good. I love courtroom dramas, so I was always pretty locked in during those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It has some issues. I think the audio mixing was really weird. I don't know if it was just me.
No, it was not just
But
you. There was a
Andrew,
few moments where
the lawyer, anytime he was walking in a hallway, it sounded like his microphone was attached to his mouth and every other person was just normal. It was really weird. Like he was noticeably louder.
Yeah, I noticed that too. The sound mixing was really weird for some of the scenes.
So technically, I mean, it's a pretty looking movie. Like I think the colors are good, and you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it had some issues audio wise.
yeah, I definitely agree.
It's a brutal movie. Like the violence in it is tough to watch.
Yeah,
But yeah, I liked it. I didn't think. I mean, it was kind of predictable. It's got some twists and turns with the court scenes, but I still, yeah, I liked it. It was nothing too crazy, but I'm not mad I watched it.
yeah. I think I'm in the same place as you. A thing I find a lot, and I think you kind of touched on this, and this is a thing I wanted to talk about. With a lot of Indian cinema, is you get I don't know how to phrase it. Like you obviously get scenes in this that are like music montages, right? And it like. And I don't know, it adds this extra like gravitas to the movie.
Yeah.
That I really appreciate and really love.
Yeah,
like
that's what I meant when I said it's fun.
Like when when you get that first montage of the High Court Justice, our lead
Yeah.
actor, of him like going around and hyping up all these people, and there's like that rock song playing. I was like, hell yeah, this is dope.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. I think Indian movies are also, they can be very, very colorful, like noticeably more colorful
Yeah.
than other countries' cinema that I have watched, which I really appreciate. Even in a movie as dark and dreary as this one, it was so, the colors just pop. They just
Yeah,
pop.
especially because this movie is set in like half a courtroom, like just a white courtroom, and then the other half is like prison cells. It still manages to have environments that really pop out.
Yeah, exactly. And the cinematography really helps with that. I thought the cinematography here was excellent. I do think it definitely had its issues. It was predictable. As a guy who has seen a lot of courtroom dramas, you can tell when what's about to happen. There's like the whole defense trying to bring up these witnesses, but then the prosecutors trying to bring up these witnesses, but then the defense discounting them, and then all that back and forth. Like a lot of that I find very predictable. But that said, I did really enjoy it. I wouldn't say I had a good time. Especially, this is something I really want to touch on real quick. One of the themes that is heavy throughout this film is police brutality, and what's the word? Stereotyping and
Yeah,
just,
with the tribals.
yeah. The way, and you see it. There's like a scene in there, like 5 minutes in, where
Yeah, with
one
the
of the
bus.
people from the tribes is like trying to talk to someone else from the village, and they're like, oh yeah, I live in the village, and they're like, oh, what part? And he's like, oh, up on the mountain. And she's like, oh no, you don't live in the village, you're not a part of us, you're not like us. And so it's established very quickly that there is an obvious divide between the people that live in the village and the people that live in the huts on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And
And it's crazy that that scene when those people had just gotten out of prison and they're
Yeah.
like at the bus and it's like, what village are you from? And they're just, if you're a tribal, it's like, oh nope, we're gonna give you a false charge and you're going back to jail. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah,
really
and
brutal.
So there's a lot of scenes that there's a lot of scenes that you get where these police are torturing these people. And there's a whole like 30-minute sequence where it's not continuous torture for 30 minutes. It's broken up, but it is rough.
It's like a scene of torture and then not a scene, but it's like they're beating women, they're beating young kids. Like it's really rough. And
it's really hard to watch.
There's pregnant ladies in this jail cell. Like it's
it's
not a fun time.
It is not. But I would still recommend this to people. I think it's a solid film. I think if you are trying to get more into foreign cinema, I think this is a solid one. Although it is, we talked about this, it's too long. I feel like this could have been done.
Yeah, it's 2:41.
Yeah, this could have been done in 2 hours, 2 hours and 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I think 2 would have been a really nice runtime.
Yeah. So there was a lot of stuff that felt dragged out. But again, it's good. I would recommend this. I enjoyed it. Would you recommend this, Evan?
Yeah, I think I would. Like the main lawyer is really charismatic and just like a genuinely nice guy, and he's kind of fun to watch. It's fun to watch him outplay these cops.
Yeah.
And this police system. Like those are the scenes. Those courtroom scenes are really entertaining.
Yes.
So yeah, I'd recommend it. You might want to be in a mood for it because it's long. It's not in English, but I would. It's not like, I mean, we'll touch on it in a sec, but it's not like one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, for sure. But I still do really enjoy it. It's a solid film. A solid 3.5 from
Yeah.
the average film enjoyer, fellas. Now, the most important question, and I think the only one that we'll really do today, does this belong in the IMDb top 250?
Yeah. I mean, I was just looking at the list because I haven't seen this version of the list.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Persona is at 245
Yeah.
kind of makes me. I don't think it belongs on the list, but also I have a lot of issues with the IMDb top 250, like near the top of the or bottom of the list, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I don't know because 250 is a lot of movies, but
Yeah.
I could probably think of other ones that would take this spot instead.
Yes.
So I don't know if it belongs there, but I also think it's worth watching.
Yeah. I don't think it belongs on there either. I think it's a solid film. I don't think it's anything more than that, though. But yeah, go check it out. It's streaming on Prime.
Yeah, there's like 4 versions of it on Prime in different languages.
Watch the
and they're all
first
like
one that comes up.
yeah, they're all like different runtimes too. It's odd. I'm curious.
Yeah. But we're going to bring back Jagger,
Yeah.
and we are going to do what we have been watching recently. Who wants to kick it off?
I'll kick it off because I got a pretty short list. I only watched 4 movies, I think, in the last few days.
Let's go back to the 27th, so 2 days after Christmas. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So on the 27th, I watched Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh,
Hell
and
yeah.
it's fucking
W.
peak.
W.
Then I watched Lolita. We already touched on it. Not a big fan.
Yeah.
29th, I watched Napoleon Dynamite. This movie is so extremely peak. It's hilarious. It's awkward. It's funny, weird. It's just a good time. It's a nice, quick run time. Soundtrack is banging. Napoleon's dance scene is forever one of the greatest pieces of cinema in the history of like ever. It's just a really fun movie. Then I watched some more peak from my childhood, Cheaper by the Dozen. Absolute gas. It's so good. I love Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh, it's so good. Sean Levy just cooks, man.
Yeah. The scene, oh, I almost cried at Cheaper by the Dozen. The scene when the son goes to like New York or whatever to bury his frog. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Then I watched Anatomy of a Fall.
Okay.
Amazing. I loved it. Again, I love courtroom movies. This was really, really good. Big fan. It's sitting in my top 10 of the year. And then yesterday, I watched Oppenheimer again. Yeah, it gets better with every watch. And every watch, I appreciate different things. I think Oppenheimer is just a flawless movie. I love it so much. That's my 5th time watching it now. It looks incredible on the 4K.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I did go to the store today and I picked up 4 Blu-rays for $30. So I will be watching these very soon. I got Paddington 2, maybe the greatest movie ever made.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I got the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, the extended cuts. I have a soft spot for these adventure movies, like uncovering riddles. They're really fun. And then I got Paranormal Activity 2, which I love. So I'll be watching those soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Jagger, what about you? What have you been watching recently?
All right. So on the 27th, I watched Dix the Musical, which was just a log for a movie that I had seen beforehand. And I'd seen it. It's not great, but it's funny. It deserves that spot for the musical comedy more than May December does, because May December is not a musical or a comedy, and it's a musical comedy. So that's my take. Then I watched Maestro. Maestro was absolutely incredible. I loved that. I watched Blowout, 100 out of 100. I think that it is genuinely flawless.
Yeah.
I loved that. Then I watched Lolita, 2 stars. Creepy, weird, not great, drags, but interesting enough and technically pretty good. So, yeah. Then I watched The Princess and the Frog, as part of a deal that I guess we can get into a little later. Then I watched American Psycho again to finish the year off, because I started the year with American Psycho. That movie basically changed my life. It was the movie that got me into film, and I decided to end the year with it so that I had a wraparound ending of my year. Then I rewatched Chungking Express to kick the year off. And I think that was the perfect kickoff for the year. Then I watched Ferrari. I went to see that. It was fine. It was 2.5 mid. And then I rewatched My Dinner with Andre again because it is poetic and beautiful, and I love it.
Yeah. Good stuff. That deal Jagger was referring to is me and Jagger have very, very, very different movie tastes. And the set of movies we've seen are very, very different. So a while back, well, it started as you watch a Disney movie and I'll watch a movie of your choosing. But now it's kind of turned into you watch this movie and I'll watch this movie. Where we just kind of shoot each other stuff that the other person probably wouldn't traditionally watch. So it is Jagger's turn right now because I watch Cruising with Al Pacino, which I will get to.
Sorry, I had to step away for like 1 second. My
No,
boss
you're
called
good.
me. What's up? What are we chatting about?
Oh, just me and Jagger's deal of I watch something he recommends and then he watches something I recommend. And right now,
That's awesome.
it's in Jagger's court. He has to watch The One I Love with Mark Duplass and Elizabeth Moss on Hulu, which is one of my recent favorites.
Mark Duplass is the fucking goat.
Dude, that's finally someone else who can come on here. That man deserves an Oscar. He deserves an Oscar. He's so good. I love Mark Duplass. But yeah. Let me get to my diary. Let's see.
And we'll go further into Cruising when you get there.
Yeah. Evan, I watch Paranormal Activity Next of Kin.
Yeah, I saw you logged it. What, a 2.5?
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I
yeah,
didn't
it's
think
not
it was
bad.
anything amazing, but
Yeah,
I enjoyed
I think
it.
the Amish setting is pretty fun.
Yeah. Let's see. And then I watched another 2023 release, Run Rabbit Run. That was pretty
Sarah
terrible.
Snook.
I watched The Next 3 Days with Russell Crowe, which was fine, I guess. Then I delved deep farther into the Paranormal Activity universe, watched the marked ones.
Oof.
Yeesh.
Not
That
good.
was bad.
It's not
dude.
good. It's really bad.
It's really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then I watched X for the first time. 3.5 stars. Was all right. I watched Father of the Bride Part 2 because I was feeling nostalgic. Great movie. Really fun. Both of those are great. I watched The Dirties for the first time. Directed and led by Matt Johnson, who directed and co-starred in Blackberry of this year. The Dirties was excellent. I would recommend it to the both of you. Very, very good. 4.5 stars. And then I watched James Gunn's Slither, which
I always see that poster pop up.
yeah, Jagger, this is like right up your alley. It's a huge homage to 80s B-real horror films. And it's ridiculous and gory and weird and disgusting and fun.
I love the 80s burial stuff, so that's perfect.
Yeah. And then I watched Spartacus and Lolita. We've already talked about those. I watched Gran Turismo, which was fine.
I need to check that out. I love Neo Blomkamp.
Yeah, it's
Even
okay.
his mid movies, I like.
Yeah.
Like Chappie, I still like Chappie.
Yeah. I watched Us for the second or third time. Still holds up. Great. I think it's Peele's weakest. But I think Lupita Nyong'o gives an absolutely haunting performance.
Us just did not do it for me.
I still really like it. 4 stars, but it's nothing. It doesn't even hold a candle to Get Out or Nope. Get Out will always be my number one for him. That movie is just so damn good.
I have a very hot take about
Oh,
about
really?
Us.
What-
Us is my number one Jordan Peele horror movie.
Oh,
I think it is so fun. It's got some insane scares. It is so tense. I love horror movies, so Us being a fully fledged horror movie really sold it for me. I love Get Out still, but Us is amazing. I don't like Nope. I think Nope is painfully mid and overrated.
interesting.
Really?
So yeah, my
Maybe-
Jordan. Yeah, I have Nope at a 3-star. I think.
Maybe sometime in the future, instead of doing a whole director watch through, we'll do 3 weeks where each week we'll review Aster and then Eggers
Oh yeah,
and
that would be super
and
fun.
then Peel.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
really quick. What are the thoughts on Aster Egger Peel?
Aster one,
Aster,
Eggers,
Peel.
and then Peel. Yeah, that's
Actually,
what
no,
I've-
Aster,
order.
Peel, Eggers.
Well,
I have. Yeah,
Eggers
you-
is number 2. And
Let me
Aster
pull
is
up.
number 1.
You guys should get a list. Put all the films of all three
Yeah, I
directors.
know. I need to make one.
Here's my list. Number 1 is Beau's Afraid, just because
Beau's
it
Afraid
hits
shouldn't
it hits close to home, so I really love it. It's a phenomenal movie. Number 2, Northman. Number 3, Hereditary. Number 4, Us. Number 5, The Lighthouse. 4 and 5 are kind of interchangeable. I love The Lighthouse so much. And then Get Out, Midsummer, The Witch, then Nope. And the ratings are Beau's Afraid 5, Northman 5, Hereditary 5, Us 5, The Lighthouse 5, Get Out 5, and then Midsummer 4.5. The Witch 4, and Nope is a 3.5.
I had Midsummer at 5, and I rewatched it pretty recently, and it just did not hit as hard as it did the first time for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see the director's cut because I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah,
I
haven't
don't
seen
know
the
where to
director's
get it.
cut.
You have
it-
to. You can pretty much only get it if you buy it on like Blu-ray, I think.
Yeah.
But it's over 3 hours, I think.
Midsummer.
Yeah. And
I have
then-
the Blu-ray.
Oh, for real?
You should
Yeah.
see it. Might be on there.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
And then I watched Resurrected, which was kind of a cult horror from earlier this year, which it doesn't even have 900 logs on Letterboxd. It's on Tubi. I would recommend you guys go and check it out. I had fun with it. It's one of those film through technology ones, kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
Missing or
Love that movie.
or Host, something like that. But it was very enjoyable. I would go recommend checking that out on Tubi. Again, that is Tubi. Tubi, if you're listening to this, please sponsor us.
Yeah, do it. Tubi's fucking peak.
It is. Then my brother-in-law forced me to watch The Book of Eli, which was solid. It has some really bad CGI, but other than that, it's pretty fun. Out of the Furnace, which I'm honestly thinking about moving up to a 5-star. Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. 5-star.
Hell yeah.
I'll
Excellent.
put that on the watch
Woody
list.
Harrelson's best performance. Bale is amazing. Casey Affleck is amazing. Forrest Whitaker is amazing. Zoe Saldana is amazing. Everybody is amazing in this movie. Willem Dafoe, Jagger, your boy, is in it. Willem Dafoe is amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's devastating. It's so good. Let's see. Cruising, which was probably one of the most pushing the envelope movies I've seen, came out in 1980, and my gosh, there's a lot of gay sex in this movie. But
That's not what I expected you to say.
He's not wrong.
It's great. I didn't love it as much as Jagger did, but I still really enjoyed it. My review
What's it
says
about?
Cruising. A serial killer brutally slays and dismembers several gay men in New York's S&M and leather districts. The young
Jesus.
police officer Steve Burns is sent undercover onto the streets as decoy for the murderer. Working almost completely isolated from his department, he has to learn and practice the complex rules and signals of this little society.
Directed
Al
by the
Pacino-
great William Friedkin.
Yeah,
Oh.
Al Pacino, Paul Sorvino, Karen Allen is in it. Joe Spinell is in it. Yeah, it was solid. I didn't think it was anything amazing, but Pacino's good. Some crazy kills. Good time. Then I watched The Jungle Book live action for the first time, which was unbelievable. Easily the best. I've been disappointed by most of the Disney live action remakes, but this one was actually like super good. I don't know if either of you have seen it, but
I
I
have.
mean,
I saw it
you
in
have?
theaters.
dude, King Louis in this movie is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I just tried to imagine, like, a massive 30 feet orangutan running after me, and I was just like, yeah, nope, I would just lie down and wait to die.
I'm kind of conflicted on this movie because I grew up with The Jungle Book as one of my go-to movies, so I don't
Yeah.
love it. Honestly, I remember me and my family went to go see it, and I was like, that was not as good as the original. And everyone
it's
was
definitely
calm.
not.
They were like,
It-
"You're bitter. Like, stop being a little."
No, none of them are ever as good as the original, but
Yeah.
it still is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. And that concludes. I mean, I logged paint drying, but that's just the one that everybody uses to, like, I don't know, just talk. I
Yeah.
guess. Like George. Shout out to George Carmy, man, the goat. What a
Shout
goat.
him out.
Dude.
What a fucking beast.
Oh my gosh. He is like that. God, dude, George is the best.
I love you, George.
Yes, we love you. And all our support goes to you. He's probably not listening to this, but thought I'd shout him out anyway. Let's see. And to start off the year, I watched Reptile, the 2023 murder mystery.
Was it good?
I'm a sucker for a murder mystery.
Right.
I mean, anything like that, like Prisoners, anything like that, I'm just like, I'm in. I'm down. Yes, please. And Benicio del Toro was great. Alicia Silverstone was a nice surprise. And Justin Timberlake was also pretty solid. But he's a great actor. Then I decided to rewatch Prisoners. Peak. Outstanding.
I need to
piece of
rewatch
cinema.
it. It's a movie I kind of have to convince myself to rewatch just because of how depressing and brutal it is.
Yeah.
It's the same as Manchester by the Sea. I haven't seen that since
Oh
theaters.
my gosh, dude, that is a tough movie to watch.
Yeah.
Stanford Prison Experiment. I watched that. True story. This film is based on actual events that took place in 1971 when Stanford professor Dr. Philip Zimbardo created what became one of the most shocking and famous social experiments of all time. Favorite review of this was White Men You Recognize But Can't Name, the movie. If you go and watch it, you'll know what I mean. Or you'll know what they mean. I would definitely recommend that one. You should both add it to your watch list.
I've seen it, actually. I like
You
it.
have?
I don't
really
have it
good.
logged, but I have seen it. I remember like seeing a YouTube video about it when I was like 12
Yeah.
on YouTube, and then I saw the movie came out, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, no, I remember watching a YouTube video about this movie.
Yeah.
Like years ago.
Yeah,
And then being like, oh, I should check that out. That looks dope. And it was, in fact, dope. Great film. With every quirky white boy from a early 2000s high school movie you can name. Let's see. And coming in at, last and definitely least, Blumhouse's You Should Have Left, starring Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried. This is terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad.
after you glazed Blumhouse.
Here's my review. This is a line that was actually uttered in this movie. And this was after... Holy cow, this thing has got 5 likes? I never get 5 likes. W. This was a line, and this was after... Because neither of you should watch this, so I feel fine spoiling it. This was after Amanda Seyfried has cheated on Kevin Bacon, and this is what he says to her. You don't get to make the rules. You broke the rules. There are no rules. That is verbatim. I wrote that down while watching the movie. That is verbatim of what he says. Oh, Jagger left. How long ago did he leave? I've been on Letterboxd.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He said he had to go.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, that's what I've been watching recently. Thank you for joining us today on The Average Film Enjoyer. We kept it short today without really having to force conversations into different directions. Proud of us.
Yeah, we definitely got distracted by a bunch of conversations, but it was like they were good ones.
Exactly. If you want to follow us on our socials, I am Trey the Film Noob everywhere. Jagger's Jagger Film Fan on Letterboxd. Jagger the Movie Guy on Instagram and Twitch, and Jagger Film Reviews on TikTok and Twitter. And Evan is EvanO567 on Letterboxd. Friday we are. It is the start of the 5-star run of our Kubrick watch through, where we will be reviewing not only Doctor Strangelove, but we will also be reviewing 2001, A Space Odyssey, in my opinion, the greatest movie of all time. And then next Tuesday, please come back, join us for our discussion of Terminator, which now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to talk to my dad and see if he'll come, because Evan, I don't know if you ever listened to that episode, but we had my dad on for an episode, and it was excellent. Really? Yeah, to review Groundhog Day. So I'm going to talk to my dad, see if we can get him back on here for, he loves Terminator.
Hell yeah. Damn, I'm looking at the top, like, the 250 to 230 right now, and I'm mad that I missed some of these episodes.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be mad that you missed some other ones. There's some pretty terrible movies. I mean, let's see.
I'm mad I missed Persona, and I'm mad I missed The Handmaiden, because I love The Handmaiden.
Handmaiden was great. Amoris Perros was great. Cool Hand Luke was great. Sound of Music is great, as always. 400 Blows is great. The Iron Giant is one of the greatest animated movies ever made. But yeah, I mean, we got some good ones coming up here. We got Terminator this week, and then in 2 weeks we got Spotlight, one of my faves. In 3 weeks we got Logan, debatably greatest comic book movie ever made. And then in 4 weeks we got Platoon, and then Rocky, and then Hotel Rwanda. I mean, just bangers. So come join us next Tuesday for our discussion of the Terminator. We hope you have a grand rest of your day. Join us Friday for our discussion of Doctor Strangelove and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Have a good rest of your day.